Hello again and welcome back. We are on page 2 of the lesson out of chapter 1, section 6. And let's just dive right into things here. You should have just watched the video about how to identify which values are x and y in an ordered pair. And we see on page 2 that the ordered pair of the coordinate planes, ordered pairs are given here, and we are going to plot them. All right, so we are going to graph the ordered pair. So for number 1, it says F, that's the name of the point, the F right there. And then it says the X value is 6, so that means we're going to go 6 spaces to the right, and then we're going to go up 0 spaces. All right, do you remember where we start? We always start right there at the origin. So we start here and we count 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the second value right here, the 0, it says go up, that means go up 0. So that means I just stay right there. Just stay right there, and we plot that point as the letter F. Number 2, right here, it says the point A is at 2, 5. So that means go over 2 and then up 5. Over 2 and up 5. So we go 1, 2. Now we count up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We put a point there, and we call that A. Number 3 says the first value, the x is 4, so we're going to go to the right, 4. We're going to go up 1. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 1 to right there. That is the letter W, because that was W was right there. And number 4 says 0, 1. Okay, so that means go over 0. Well, that's easy. That means you don't really go over at all. And then go up 1. So from here, we go up to 1, and that is a Z. So there you go. That's an introduction to graphing points. They're pretty easy. A lot of people have done it before. Hopefully that was easy for you. And let's look at the bottom half. Well, what if I give you the point and I ask you to tell me the ordered pair, which is what this says. It says, write the ordered pair that names the point. All right, so we do that. Let's take a look here as I change pen colors. Number 5 asks for J, which is right here. So here's the origin. It's kind of hard to see on your paper because they didn't make the axis any bolder, but it's right there. So if I'm going to get to this point J, I'm going to start here. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. So I went over 3, so that's my first number because I went to the right, 3. And notice what I did. I did a parenthesis here. I wrote the number. I put a comma. You do need to do that because I went 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to count up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, comma 4 is the ordered pair value for J. Number 6, K, is right here. So I'm going to again start at the origin always and count to the right 2. I went 1, 2, parenthesis 2. Then I counted up 1 space. Number 7 is L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got me there. 1, 2 gets me to L. So I went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I went up 2. And letter M. Let's find M is right there. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that order pair is 6, 6. If we go to the next page, this page 3 says express the relation as a table. Okay, so we're going to have to make a table and determine the domain and the range. Do you remember those words from our notes a few minutes ago in the other video? Well, that's what I'm testing you on, is to see if you know which one is domain and range. If you forgot, domain is the x value and range is the y values. So it says create a table. So we're just going to do a table of x and y. And let's list them. The first order pair is 3, 4, so it'd be 3, 4. The next one is 1, 5. and the next one is 4, 2. Now that's not a great table. It would have been better. Typically what we do with the x values is put them in order least to greatest. So it would have been better if I put 1, 5 up on top, but that's okay. We'll just work with it. So the domain is basically all the values that we had for x. Now we write them in this little parenthesis looking thing, um, and it's really a bracket, and we list them in, we do need to list those in order. So the x values, remember the domain, those are the values of x, which are right here. Okay, that's your domain. Okay, and then it says list the range values. The range values are these numbers 2, 4, and 5. So I am going to put those in order as well. 2, 4, and 5. So there's an example of domain and range listed in number 9. And then the last question here, number 10, again, domain. I'll change colors here so we don't get them mixed up with the previous problem. Domain and range. And we're going to make a table. X, Y. Okay, so notice my x values are 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are pretty simple. They're already in order for us. So the first point is 1, 3. The next order pair is 2, 6. Next order pair is 3, 3. And the next one is 4, 7. I got a little sloppy with my table, didn't I? Okay, so remember the domain, those are the x's, so I'll just put it right in here. The domain is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the range, there's a really bad one right there, is 3, 6. Notice that 3 repeats, so you don't have to write it again because it's already in there. That's okay. You can just say 3, 6, 7 because 3 is already written in your range right there. That's 7 minutes, and I'm thinking the next question might take me a little more time than I have to hit the 10-minute mark. So let's pause there, and I will do the last page for you in a nice short video coming up next.